Well, welcome back everybody. So I have had some requests for a full build on this Ford Aeromax, and I don't think I'm going to do a full build because this kit's going to take me forever. I mean, that is quite the instruction set, but I am going to do some stuff along the way. I will show you what I've been doing. I need to get started off with these servos first, which I'm going to set them up off camera because they're just servo setups. You can see how they go together here. Nothing too extravagant. And we'll end up just putting those on the beam, setting them to the side until we start working on this frame rail stuff. I'm just going to kind of get these things together, and then I'll get back with you and we'll start getting started on getting the frame together and everything. Okay, we got step 2 complete. The servos are in and working. So I use this servo tester tool a lot, and you can just hit one button and that'll bring you to manual. Second button will bring you your neutral state, so you can set up your servos, and then you just kind of have like a demo mode where it runs it through the process. So I will leave a link to this little guy if you've never used one before. They're quite handy. Just use a 3S battery on the positive section of the lead right there, leaving one pin exposed. And you will need longer screws if you're using a metal geared servo like I am, and not their plastic geared ones, because they only include the screws for the plastic gear servos when you're using metal, so you will need some longer M3s. Moving on to step 3, this kit so far is building really smoothly and no problems at all. So I've got one side put together so you can kind of see what it looks like in this form before I put the other rail on. Let me flip it around here. I mean, it all just bolted in real nice, just like you'd expect from a Tamiya kit. Well, the chassis is all complete, and we moved on to step 4, which is these fuel tanks. They are together. They're just real simple. They just took 4 screws for both of them and 4 nuts for both of them that sit down right in there. Well, got those done. Let's move these out of the way. Put them up on top of the chassis, and let's turn the page. Now it looks like the next step will be adhering the leaf spring mounts, it looks like, shock mounts, and the tanks to the chassis, which all looks like it shouldn't be too terribly difficult to do. Those tanks, I imagine I'm probably going to be pulling them back off at some point to paint them, but I'll put them on there for now. So step 5 went together nice and easy, no problems. All mounted in there just fine. And so I moved on and did 6, which is also a pretty simple step, just putting those links together. And I moved on to 7, which is just the friction dampeners, and it tells you to make 6 of them. Really simple. These went together nice and quick and no problems at all. They're really easy to do. We'll be moving up here to 8 next. Looks like we're going to be starting to put the lower hangers on for the leaf springs. Well, we finished up step 8, and that's pretty simple. These are just your spring hangers and your friction shocks, and you got your links here. And I moved down to step 9. Get you a good look at what that all looks like assembled in case you're trying to build one at home. And here are these 2 pieces as well. Well, it's all going together pretty good. Classic Tamiya. Here is step 10, and here's what we look like in person. Move that over to here, and let's flip this page. Oh, getting caught on a fuel tank. Alright. Step 11, looks like we're going to put our hubs on and get that cross brace in. There's step 11, and here's what it looks like completed. Side note, make sure you get this link hanging out before you put your leaf springs on, or else you're going to have it stuck behind it and you have to take it back off and put it through like I did. And on step 12 is assembling the rear leaf spring assembly. And here's what it looks like. Figured I better show it to you what it looks like before it's installed. You can see how that all goes together. Pretty easy. Well, everybody, I think this is about going to wrap this section up. So we are stopping at step 12. We finished that. We'll be taking off on 13 when we restart this build. And here's what we look like. We finished up the step. It's just one big long bolt that goes through and holds both of those leaf spring packs. Not a bad design at all. Well, it looks like when we move into the next part, we'll be on 13, starting to get these axle housings together. And I will leave links for any of my tools I used here. And I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for sharing your time with me. I always appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day.